Good morning, students. और क्या है? Now we are just on the revision regarding the expansion of the Islam or expansion and conflict. The conflict on conflict within the Islamic community or conflict over the expansion of the territories or the conflict how the Islam how these new or the new Islamic people or believers with their great zeal or the fervor they were in the process of expanding the empire or Islamic empire or Islamic state. We have seen or now the first caliphs, the Abu Bakr. Now he emphasized on the emphasized controlling the internal faction within the clans, within the Arabian clans, and within the Ummah, and moreover, and it was the based on Ummah was based on a confederacy, a confederation say organization, or moreover the second caliph say the Umar, understand, he was he emphasized on the two factors. The first, how to raise more and more resources for the conduction of Islamic state, and moreover how to control the factionists who were posing a great danger, a big danger for the consolidation danger of for the consolidations of the empires and for the consolidation of the Islamic believers, and for they were the great danger for the existence of Islamic states or the Islamic religion, and for the Islam. Now the students, we have now by this process of the conquest these Islamic states, now that they had the successful the conductions they now conducted during the right from the 637 to the 642. Between these years, understand, the Arabs brought the Syria, understand, brought the Syria, Iraq, Iran, and Egypt under their control. Students, you should sit along with the map in front of the. Now in the book you have the map. You must see on the map which area in the beginning or the between the years the Arabs controlled which area. You should now keep your eyes on that points. First is Syria, and the Iraq. Then Iran, you can see the Iran extension up to the extension of that. Further extension towards the east, and in the north, in the south, we can see that in the southern Arabia, almost in the southwest, they now captured the Egypt. Understand? So now we see that this vast area came under the control of Medina. Understand? We know that now the Prophet Muhammad he now shifted his power center or shifted from the Medina from the Makkah to the Medina, or Medina in the early years and the early time emerged as the administrative seats. Understand? So these vast empire, now the Syria, Iraq, Iran, Egypt, were being controlled from the Medina. Understand? The Medina became the central administrative seat for the Arabs. Understand? The further students, these are the military strategy, religious fervor, and the weaknesses of the opposition control the success to the Arabs. One thing is that what were the factors which now led and which became the favorable for the winners and for the Muslims. Understand? For the Arabians, which factors were favorable? The first thing is that this vast empire came under their control. Military strategy. First, Arabs now followed a very commendable military strategy to control. Second thing, these new Muslims and the new Muslims believers were full of zeal, understand, or full of the fervor. And third thing, the weaknesses of opposition. These opposition, this Syria or Iran or Iraq, understand, or in the here in the Egypt. These were the rulers of this area and the controller of this area were the very weak, understand, or their weakness now help the Arab to make the control over them, understand. This make the control over them. These two, understand, these factors. Moreover, students, further the campaigns were launched by the third Khalifa. Next, these campaigns were led by the third Khalifa Uthman. Now, first Khalifa was the Abu Bakr. Second Khalifa was Umar. Third Khalifa was Uthman. So now the further Uthman exercised, understand, or conducted the further extension to control the Central Asia. Uthman now this within a decade of the death of the prophets, understand, the Arab Islamic state controlled the vast territory. Within the 1 decade of the demise, after the demise of the prophets, these Arabs controlled the vast territory and the vast area of the area under the Islamic control. Right, this vast area fallen between the Nile rivers to the Oxus River, from the Nile rivers to the Oxus River. This vast Islamic area now, vast area fallen under the Islamic State. We can see, understand, and moreover, students, these lands remain under the control of the Islamic people or the believers of the Islam. Even today, these areas are under their control. The students now in all the conquest provinces. One thing is that after the conquest, now the Islamic or the Arabs wanted to consolidate these conquered area under them. So first of all, in all conquered provinces, the caliphs imposed a new administrative structure. Now he set up the caliphs in the all conquered area. They now set up a new administrative structure, or for that administrative structure, and in each provinces, okay, a governors. In each provinces, governors were appointed. These governors were called the amirs. These governors used to be called as the amirs, and the tribal chieftains asraf. And these governors, somewhere they appointed the governors, and as well as for the administrative purposes, they also appointed the asraf. Asrafs were the chief of the tribal's clan. They appointed as the chieftains. Understand? Chieftains of these empires. Further, the central treasury. One thing is that how they organized their financial strength or their financial setup. Now the central treasury, that is called as the Bait al Mal. Bait al Mal, the central treasury obtain its revenue from taxes. Now the how they for these for the coffers and and for the central treasury or the financial strength, they set up a treasury back al mal, and these back in the back al mals, understand, they obtain the revenue from taxes paid by the Muslims. Taxes were imposed upon the first on the Muslims. Second, the taxes were now Muslims as well as share the booty from the rates. Now one thing is that I am telling you that on their campaigns, these Muslims raiders and the Muslims army, understand, used to looting the area where they invaded. As ultimately they looted entire things from those area and gathered the property. Understand? So this was also the one of the the sources of the income of the Islamic State. Understand? And moreover, students, and the Caliph soldiers, mostly Bedouins. I have already mentioned the Bedouins were the nomadics. Understand? And those and most of the Bedouins, understand, they now joined the army, the Arabian army in the Caliph's army. They were now taken into the Caliph's army. Or these Bedouins now these Bedouins or settled, and particularly these Bedouins preferred to settle in the edge of the desert area. Understand? And these desert areas such as the Kufa and Basra. Kufa and Basra, in the now in your map you can see that this is the just above or the north of the Persian Gulf. You can see the Basra and Kufa is there, and these Bedouins prefer to settle down there. Now for what purpose? Within the or they were to remain within the reach of their natural habitats. They wanted to remain in the reach of their natural habitats, and as well as they wanted or wanted to be very close to the Caliph's command. Understand? They wanted to be the near of the nature, and as well as wanted to be the near of the Caliph's command. They wanted to create a balance of their nature and as well as their service. Understand? Service under the Caliphs. They wanted to create the balance. That's why they prefer to settle in the Kufa and the Basra. That was the, and moreover, students, the ruling class. Let's see, ruling class and the soldiers received. The ruling class and the soldiers received shares of the booty and the monthly payment of atta. These ruling class means those who were involved in the arrangement of the administration, management of the administration, understand, or elites class, the aristocratic class, and as well as the soldiers got their wages, and they got the wages from the two sources. First, booty means the looted wealth. Understand? Wealth through the lootings, looted wealth, sacked wealth. Understand? That was the main source of the payment of the elites, and as well as the soldiers were given. Second thing was the source was monthly payment atta. Monthly payment was called as the atta. Atta was also given to the soldiers and the elites. Further, students, the non-Muslim population were also allowed. The incomes the Islamic State had, the income from the non-Muslim population, and particularly the non-Muslim population. Non-Muslim population now paid the retained their rights to the property and the religious practices on the payment of the taxes, kharaj and the jizya. Jizya, the non-Muslims, those who were the non-believers of the Islam, they were called the Jimmi. Understand? Jimmi. So now here, the non-Muslims had to pay. They were allowed frequently, frequently observe their religious practices, and as well as they were allowed to having having or amass the property. Understand? But they on the basis of payment of the taxes. They paid the tax, two kinds of the tax. One tax, the kharaj, or second tax was the jizya. So jizya and kharaj, jizya was imposed upon the non-Muslims who were living in the Muslim state. As a second grade or second grade citizens, they had to be the pay. Or in the lieu of the jizya, understand, the Muslim state, or particularly we know that during those contemporary times, the Christians and the Jews, understand, they were declared the protected subjects of the state. Christians and the Jews, understand, they had been the protected as a declared as a protected subjects, understand, and of the state, or called as the dhimmis, called as dhimmis, and the given a large measure of autonomy in the conduct of their communal affairs, and they had been given as the large measures they could now adopt and conduct the other measures, and they had been given the autonomy of the conduction of their religious affairs or their communal affairs. They had been given the freedom of the practice the religious practices. Understand? So now, students, we can see here the political expansion. Another thing is that we can see that the political expansion and the unification. Two things is that political or unification did not come easily to the Arabs tribesmen. Now here the political unification could not be brought very easily, because to maintain the political unity was the full of the bed of roses. Understand? It was not a easy task to maintain the political unity among these tribes. Understand? So moreover, students, now first of all, within territorial expansion, understand? Now I have already mentioned that the process was going, the process of the conquest, process of the consolidation, the process of moreover the internal conflicts. The three processes were going together and going together in the new Islamic state. Understand? Here, students, with the territorial expansion, the unity of the Ummah become threatened by the conflicts. But on the one hand, their territorial expansion was happening. Understand? But within the Ummah, there was a very grave conflict and the grave faction within the Ummah. Understand? As the Islamic state expanded, very vastly expanded. But within the Ummah, understand, under their tribal organization, understand, there was very threatened over the distribution of the resources and offices, and this among the Ummah, in the Ummahs, understand, a great threat cropped up within the Ummah, and this was why, because of because of this was because to over this feud among the Ummah was because of the regarding the distribution of resources. What the resources came, understand, or as well as over the distribution of offices. Now, these Ummah was constituted of the different clans, understand, or each clan and the group wanted to get in the share more resources and as well as the more and more high offices within the Islamic State. So this was the bone of contention and the bone of conflict or the feud over the feud among these communities. Understand? The moreover, the ruling class of the early Islamic State. Now, one thing is that in the early Islamic State, who were the ruling class? So the ruling class of the early Islamic State comprised almost entirely the Quraysh of the Makkah. Now we know very well. Now the Quraysh of the Makkah, understand? The Makkah and the Quraysh were very dominant or elite class in the Makkah when the Islamic State was in a original form. And we know that even the prophets Muhammad belonged to this Quraysh clan. So the Quraysh were naturally very dominant in the early administrative structure of the Islamic State. Okay. And now one thing is that, and or Quraysh of Makkah, the third Khalifa, particularly the Uthman, who ruled over the 644 to 56, he also belonged to the Quraysh community. And as a result of what? He now packed his administration with his own men to secure the to make the greater control over the administration, to keep the greater control over the administrative structure. Now he appointed the Quraysh upon the many high posts. He allotted only the Quraysh. Understand? He packed the entire administration with the Quraysh clan or the Quraysh. So as a result, this further intensified the Meccan character of the state and the conflict with the other tribesmen. But we know that the community, the Ummah was constituted of the different kinds of the tribesmen or the tribals group. So as the Quraysh became the dominant or understand the other tribesmen who were under the confederacy of the Ummah, they now began to try or they became very dissident. They were not satisfied. Opposition in Iraq. As a result, what happened? The Uthman had to face the opposition from the Iraq and from the Egypt, combined with or as well as even in the Medina people were not satisfied with the situation where the Meccans were dominating in the Islamic State. So the attitude of the Uthman now created a great faction, a grave or big faction among these among the tribals. Understand, students? Now we can see that, or this created, or ultimately what happened? Ultimately, he lost his life. This situation and condition created the dissatisfaction, or ultimately Uthman was assassinated he was assassinated, and the with the Uthman's death, all became the fourth. Now he was assassinated, or with his Uthman's assassination, Ali, who was now making efforts for a long time to get the position of the caliphs, ultimately Ali got the success in getting the position of the caliphs, a spiritual position of the caliphs, and ultimately the Uthman now got the death. Then after the Ali became the caliphs. Now as the Ali just ascended at the position of the caliphs, understand Ali, but then a rift among the Muslims more deepened after the Ali. That rift or the faction became more deepened and grave. How? And fought two wars against those, and the Ali fought the two wars. Understand? Against it, and to maintain the unity or against the dissidents. Two wars he had to be the fought or represented the Meccan aristocracy against those who represented. Now the Ali fought the two wars against the Meccan aristocrats because the Meccans were trying hard to and wanted to take the revenge. Therefore, they were forcing the Ali to take the revenge of the Uthmans, revenge from the killers of the Uthman. Ali was being emphasized. So for that to counter this, Ali had to involve in the battle against the Meccans who belonged to the Uthman's group. Understand? The Uthman's group, Meccan, Ali's supporters and the enemies later came to form the two main sects of the Islam. Ali supporters, first supporters, but later Ali's they became the against Ali. They formed the two sects were divided here, the Shias and the Sunni. Now Ali established himself at the Kufa. Then after Ali shifted his power center at the Kufa and defeated an army led by Muhammad's wives. Muhammad's wives, Aisha, wanted to take and force the Ali to take the revenge from the enemy of the Uthmans, who were the responsible for the assassination. But the Ali could not do that, and as a result, Ali had to fight against the Muhammad's wife, the Aisha. She was forcing Ali, and this battle is called as the Battle of the Camels. Battle of Camels, because this battle was happened amongst the camels. Understand? Or on the camels. Understand? Or amongst the camels crowd. These battles happened. Understand? That is why this is called as the Battles of Camels. 657. This was the foul between the Aisha, the Prophet Muhammad's wife, and the Ali. That is why this is called as the Battle of the Camels. And moreover, he was, however, not able to suppress the faction led by the Muawiyah. And moreover, after this battle, understand, Ali had to also face another danger or another menace that was from the Muawiyah. Understand? A kinsman of the Uthman, Muawiyah, understand, or the governor of Syria. He was the governor of Muawiyah, was governor of Syria, and he was also one of the close relatives and very close to the Uthman. That's why he also posed a threat or the danger for the Ali. Or now, ultimately, Ali's second battle had to fight at the Siffin. The second battle, the Ali, the very prominent battle he fought at the Siffin. This is situated in the northern Mesopotamia, and ended in a truce. And this battle ultimately ended in a truce. What is the truce? Truce is the short time peace. If the short time peace is concluded between the two belligerent parties or the powers, belligerent power, understand, between the two warring power, understand, two groups who are the involved and belligerent in the, to show the for a very short time a truce is secured during the battle time and during the wars, so that is called the truce. So a truce was concluded between the Muawiyah, the governor of the Syria, and the Alis. Okay, and now moreover, at the Ali ended in the truce which split his followers in the two groups, and again the followers of Ali now factioned in the two groups. Again the divided, and these some remained loyal to the Ali, while the others left the Ali's camp, and then came to be the known as Kharjis. Those who left the Ali's, understand, they called as the Kharjis, and further they became the or they claimed the life of the Ali. Now here, soon after, Ali was assassinated by a Kharjis in a mosque at the Kufa. Understand? In the mosque at the Kufa, Ali was also killed or assassinated. Understand? And students, after his death, his followers paid allegiance to his son. Now, his followers of the Ali, allegiance to his son Hussein. Understand? And his descendants. Muawiyah made himself the next caliph in the 661. Muawiyah now ascended as a caliph 661, founding the Umayyad dynasty. Then after, he founded the Umayyad dynasty, which lasted till the 550. So then after the Muawiyah founded a dynastical order of this Khalifa. A dynastical, it means that a political structure, a political cover was given to this Khalifa system. From the religion to the politics, this structure was turned towards the politics, and this was given by the Muawiyah, who was the governor of the Syria. And he founded the Umayyad dynasty. He was the founder of the Umayyad dynasty. After a civil war, it appeared as if Arab dominations would disintegrate. A civil war now began among them, or it seemed that this empire, the Arabian Empire, will be disintegrated. Also a sign that tribals conquerors were adopting sophisticated culture of their subjects. Understand that these tribals began to adopt the sophisticated cultures of their subjects. Wherever they gone, or these Arabs, they have hugely influenced by the local culture, or their assimilation with the local culture began, or it seemed that their identity will be the diminished and eroded, and they will be. And it was under the Umayyad, understand, a prosperous clan of the Quraysh tribes. Umayyads were the prosperous clan of the Quraysh tribe. That is second round consolidation took place under this Quraysh. Again, the second round consolidation of the Arab Empire began. Understand? The first we have seen in the beginning 4 caliphs, and then after under the Umayyad dynasty or the Muawiyah, again the expansion and consolidation and the structurization of the neo-Islamic state and politicalization of the neo-Islamic state began. Understand, students? So now I hope you would have understand very well. Thank you very much for attending the class. Okay.